Chapter 7, part 5. Okay, so humans respond to God. We're going to get into religious ceremony, prayers, and rituals. This piece is from Bali, and we'll get a little more into that in a moment. But it's a temporary piece of flowers and fruit, and it is sometimes worn. This is all woven out of palm fronds and different things, but um, this is something that's temporary, but it's still an offering. Okay, so two things happen here, and you want to think about figure 5.20 with the halibut feast dish as well, and that's a potlatch ceremony. So the houses are built for these winter ceremonies. You bring the food with the potlatch, and then there are performances. And by performance, we mean, tribal dancing and ritual. So this is a masquerade. Masquerade really means mask. People wearing masks and costume, and they're told stories, and they became the supernatural beings themselves. In some cultures, you actually embody that supernatural force for that moment in time while you're wearing that mask. So the character changes from an earthly being to a supernatural being. The dancer is going to manipulate this mask. You can see these strings and pull it, and then they're going to turn from one deity to another, perhaps. Okay? So in this way, they can access the spiritual world, remind the humans in the tribe, remind all the people that the supernatural is near them and to fear it. Okay, so offerings, we get into this where the retablo that we have here, this one is from central Mexico, but it talks about a surgery that she had in, if you look closely, Los Angeles, California, August of 1961. And this would be made in thanks, or at times you would have it as a hope for a future event. But in this case, she's thanking for her healing. The doctors are included in this, in her surgery that she had. And then also the prayers with her children to go up to the saint that is responsible for healing. So this is the retablo of Maria de la Luz Casillas and children, and it translates to, I give thanks to the Holiest Virgin of San Juan de los Lagos for having made me so great a miracle of saving me in a dangerous operation that was performed on me for the second time on the 9th day of October 1960 in Los Angeles, California, which put me at the doors of death. But entrusted to so miraculous a virgin, I could recover my health, which I make apparent the present retablo in sign of thanksgiving. Okay, so she is saying thank you. I was healed, and so this is painted on her behalf, and this is on metal, and oil paint on metal, 7 inches by 10 inches, very small. Smaller than your computer screen by quite a bit, smaller than a standard piece of paper, and then put into the church or wherever a shrine may be, where the Virgin may be housed, relics. Okay. So if you compare these two, this is that Balinese piece. This is sort of more of a flat, two-dimensional painting. This is a crown, and it's temporary with fruit and flowers that will fade away. So the Balinese commemorate religious days by giving handmade offerings. This is all made by an actual person committing the prayer. This would have been made for Maria, if that makes sense. You go to somebody who specializes in this type of retablo, and they paint it for you with the wording that you want. And in Bali, you would weave this crown yourself, and you wouldn't have that knowledge. And Balinese people in Indonesia, below Southeast Asia, we'll get into Polynesia, and above above Australia. But anyway, these people all believe everyone's an artist, so everyone has these skill sets, if that makes sense. So it's simple. More people are conveying their religious beliefs directly. There's no third party making this artwork for them.